Okay, we're now looking at what we saw on the previous video and putting it into practice on maps and scale. So let's begin with this example here, which is, you can see you've got a map of London and the scale or the key is 1 centimeter on the map is 10 kilometers in real life. And let's just make a quick note of that. So on the map, you've got 1 centimeter being the same thing to 10 kilometers in real life. Okay, so it's going to be tricky for you guys to do this at home because you don't have this map, but you can watch me go through it and hopefully that's going to be useful if you have questions that are similar to this. And it is saying, question 1, how far is it from Enfield to Bromley? Now, part of the issue here is I've got to go and find places on the map. I'm not too familiar. Well, I know London a little bit, but I'm not too quick with where everything is. But definitely I'm going to need a ruler for this. So let's go and get the ruler out. There we go. And let's get ready with this one. So first of all, let's go and identify Enfield and Bromley. Now, Enfield, where's that? Enfield is up here. Okay, so Enfield, there we go. And Bromley, that was pretty quick, not too painful. Now, first of all, I'm actually going to go and draw in a line between those two places, and let's do it quite thick so you guys can see what's going on. So, look, where you draw that line, it's going to vary. You could draw it from the start of E or D, but to be honest, if you just go through the middle of it, that's going to be okay. Right, we're going from Enfield to Bromley. That's absolutely fine. Okay, that's more than accurate enough. Of course, depending on where you put that line, it will vary slightly, but that's fine. Now I've got to go and get my ruler into position. So let's go and sort of turn it around a bit. And this ruler is measuring in centimeters, which is good. And I've got to go match it up with what is going on here. And that's not good. Can I make this a little bit? I can make it shorter. Perfect. That's good. Okay, good. So let's get the 0 on there and let's line this all up. So there we go. Ooh, what's happened there? That's not very useful. So I want to rotate it. Why isn't that moving? There we go. Perfect. Okay. And let's get it bang on so it's nice and accurate. Ooh, so 0 is starting there. Perfect. And I'm going to leave it there. Look, I can make it, it's quite fiddly on my screen, but that's going to be fine. And you can see actually this one is bang on. It's going from 0 up to 9, which is perfect. Okay, so we know that the ratio is this. It is 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter is the same thing as a ratio as 10 kilometers in real life. So 10 kilometers. And I've just measured that distance to be 9 centimeters, which is nice. So I've got 9 cm. Now, this one's quite nice and straightforward. To get from 1 to 9, we're timesing by 9. I can do the same thing over here and times that 10 by 9. 10 times 9 is simply going to be 90. So 90 kilometers. Okay. So we can see that on the map, 9 centimeters, which is this distance here, is the same thing as 90 kilometers in real life. So the answer is 90. So let's go right over here. So 90 kilometers is the first one. Let's go and highlight that so you can see clearly what is going on there. Good. Okay, perfect. And let's get the ruler out of the way. Question B, you've got Chelsea's training ground is in Cobham and Arsenal training ground is in Radlett. Now let's go and find these places again, which can often cause a little bit of difficulty for me. Right, so you got Cobham and you got Radlett, which is where Arsenal is now. Cobham, where's that going to be? I believe it's down here somewhere. It is Cobham. Good. There we go. Cobham is down here, which is good. And you've got Radlett. Where is Radlett? Now, where is Radlett? Here we go. Up here. Perfect. There we go. So you got Cobham and you got Radlett. And again, let's go and use a line. Let's go and do it in green this time. And let's make it a little bit thicker so you can see what is going on. Radlett down to Cobham. Oh, that's not good at all. That's what I wanted. I want it in green. I want a line also. Radlett to Cobham. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. And let's go and get a ruler in place. So put it on 0 and let's kind of get it lined up. Oh, I've now completely moved it around. There we go. That's good. That's pretty good. And let's make this a little bit longer. Good. And let's just try and get it a bit more accurate. So that looks pretty good to me. So you can see up here we're starting at 0 and we're going down to, if that's 12, that's 13, that's 12.5. It's about 12.6 how I've measured it, which is fine. So 12.6. And again, that we know that the ratio is this, which is that 1 centimeter on the map is 10 kilometers in real life. And I've measured that to be 12.6, haven't I? So 12.6 centimeters. Okay, and to get from 1 to 12.6, and this is why the unitary method if this number is a 1, it's really easy to upscale because you just times by whatever number you've got. So you're going to be timesing that by 12.6, because 1 times 12.6 is 12.6, and you do the same thing over here. You can times 10, you can times that by 12.6. 10 times 12.6 is 126. So that's it. Okay, so 100, 10 times 12.6, 126, perfect, is 126 kilometers. And that's your answer. Okay, so you can see that on the map, this distance was 12.6 centimeters, and in real life, they are 126 kilometers apart. Okay, so the Chelsea training ground is 126 kilometers from the Arsenal training ground, which, if this is correct to scale, that should be roughly right. I don't think that will be right, actually, because I've snipped this map and the scales will get a little bit distorted, but that could be roughly close, hopefully. So 126 kilometers is this answer here. So that's very nice. Good. And I've done it in green, that's fine. Okay, last but not least, let's go and move the ruler again. And we've got this time, the Northern Line runs from Modern in South London. So let's go and find that place first of all. Okay, so right, let's go and highlight this. Sorry, let's go and do that in yellow. So you've got highlighter, right, Modern in South London. That's wanting that to be in yellow. So right, where is that? Yellow, 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 yellow. There we go. Right, where is Modern? You're probably screaming at me saying it's really easy to see. Modern should be, right, South London should be down here somewhere. Modern. There we go, Modern, found it pretty quickly. That's good. Modern, there we go. In South London to Edgware in North London. So we're looking, if this is London, we're looking up here, Edgware. Elstree. I thought that was a jackpot for a second. What does that say? I can't see. Let's move this ruler out of the way. God, the hardest bit about this is finding the places. It can be a bit of a pain, but we'll keep persevering. Frogmore, no. Barking, no. There we go, Edgware, perfect. So we've got these two here. Okay, so I'm guessing, let's just look at these two first of all, because saying the Northern Line is between these two places. Okay, so Edgware and Modern down there. And then the district line, let's go and do this one in green. The district line is from Richmond in West London. So West is going to be over here somewhere. Richmond, let's have a look. Where is Richmond? Richmond. Oh, I thought I saw it somewhere. Richmond, there we go. It's down here. That's Richmond 2. Upminster in East London. Okay, so Upminster in East London is going to be over here somewhere. Can we find it quickly? I can find it quickly. There we go. Good. Upminster is over here. So you're trying to find which line is longer and by how far. Okay, so a bit of working out here to do. Let's go and begin by looking at Modern to Edgware. Let's go and do that in yellow. Let's get a thick line so we can see what's going on. Edgware to, that's not in yellow, that's not good. Edgware to Modern. And yellow is not very easy to see, actually, that's a bad colour. Let's just go and do it in black. Let's do it in black. So Edgware to Modern. Again, as long as you're kind of roughly going to the middle of that place, you're going to be okay. Now we've got to go measure this using our ruler. So let's go and do that. And let's flip this around so we can see what's going on a bit more clearly. Let's get it lined up. Okay, so that's looking pretty good to me. Get it on 0. So you've got to make sure that the 0 starts at the start of the line, which that's good, but I can't see my line now. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so you can see that 0 we're going up to or just below 8. I'd say that's 7.9. So the first one, okay, Modern to Edgware, just going to make a note of it. This is, let's do it in black so we can see what is going on. That is 7.9 centimeters. Now we've also got the second place, which is between Richmond and Upminster. So we're going to go from Richmond here to Upminster, which is all the way to over here. And let's get our trusty ruler and let's spin this round. Let's go and put it back on the 0. and it's not lined up properly, so that's not very useful at all, is it? Let's go and turn that. There we go. Okay, there we go. Good. Let's go and line it all up. So you're going from 0 up to Upminster. Oh, sorry, it's quite awkward to use on here, but there we go. Let's just make this a little bit longer. Okay, so I'm saying, right, if 0 is down here and it lines up, oh, that's not, it should be a bit more accurate, but I'm going to go with that, that's fine. And it's about here, I'm going to say it's about 13.3. Okay, so that looks pretty good to me. 13.3, so 13.3. Now we're going to go and see which one is further and by how far. We can see, well, 13.3 is clearly bigger than 10.9. We've got to see by how far in real life. So let's go and kind of now scroll down a little bit, and let's go and consider the yellow one to begin with. So modern to Edgware. And we know, okay, let's go and do this in red. And let's do this in here. Right, so that's going right. So from modern to Edgware, or Edgware, however you say it, Edgware. Okay, so we know that the map scale from previously is 1 centimetre is 10 kilometres. So we know that 1 centimetre is the same thing as 10 kilometres. And we measured the distance there to be 7.9 up here. So this distance up here was 7.9. So we can go and say that 7.9 can go in here. 7.9 centimetres to, and to get from 1 to 7.9, we're timesing up through. You're timesing by 7.9. Do the same thing over here and times through by 7.9. And 10 times 7.9 is going to give you 79 kilometers. Okay, so that's your sort of distance from modern to Edgware. There we go. Perfect. But you've also got the other one now, which is Richmond. Let's go and do it over here. So Richmond to Upminster. And again, the ratio is still, you've got 1 centimetre on the map is 10 kilometres in real life. And this distance we measured to be, how far was it? 13.3. So you've got 13.3 centimetres. And this one, you're going to be upscaling. You're timesing from 1 to 13.3. You're timesing by 13.3. Do the same thing over here. You're timesing by 13.3. 10 times 13.3 is simply going to give you 133 kilometers. So that's the second one. So it's saying which one is further. Okay, so we can go and say, well, let's go and type it up so we can see it nicely. We can say this, that Richmond to Upminster is further because 133 kilometers is of course bigger than 79 kilometers. That means bigger than, and it's saying by how far, and it is further by, and then we can go and do, well, 133 take away 79 is equal to 54, so by 54 kilometers. Okay, and that is going to be your answer. And let me even highlight it in red if we want to. Let's go and put that in red. Bam. Okay, good. There we go. So that is your answer. We can zoom in and out so you can see everything on the page. So you can see everything, all the answers with the working, and hopefully that was useful. Okay, thank you for watching.